Welcome back to Cowboys News TV. Today, we're diving into some real talk about the Dallas Cowboys and their head coach, Mike McCarthy. With all the struggles lately, from frustrating play calls to missed opportunities, a lot of fans are asking, has Coach McCarthy overstayed his welcome? And is it time for a change? We're breaking down yesterday's game, all the tough decisions, and, let's be real, the frustrations Cowboys fans are feeling right now. But first, a huge shout out to all of you who've been supporting the channel. We're getting so close to our next goal of 12,000 subscribers, and we couldn't do it without you. If you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. It's the best way to support us and keep the Cowboys community growing. Alright, let's get into it. So let's start with yesterday's game. It was a rough one. The Cowboys won the coin toss, and Coach McCarthy made the call to receive the ball right from the start. Now, I get the idea of trying to set the tone early, but does that ever actually work for us? We went 16 yards in 5 plays and then gave the ball right back. And, what's more, we handed off to fullback Hunter Luepke on 3rd and 5. Why not try something a bit less predictable? Here's a question for you all in the comments. Should the Cowboys keep choosing to receive the ball at the start, or is it time to try something new? Let me know what you think, and I'll be checking the comments to see where you all stand on this. Okay, so back to the game. McCarthy's plan didn't set the tone like he hoped, and honestly, it feels like the same story every week. The offense struggles, and we see McCarthy trying to force a strategy that doesn't match the team's strengths. It's not working, and the fans are feeling it. After the game, Coach McCarthy said something about needing to stay committed to the run for all 4 quarters. But here's the kicker, they only started running when they were already 17 points down. And with just 10 carries for Ezekiel Elliott, who, by the way, was doing okay yesterday, there just wasn't enough to really establish anything. It's like we're always waiting until it's too late. You can't start running in the last quarter and expect to catch up, right? If you agree that the team needs a new game plan, hit that like button right now. Oh, and here's a quick poll for you all. Do you think we should keep using Ezekiel Elliott as our primary back, or do we need to bring in fresh legs for more dynamic plays? Drop a quick Zeke or new back in the comments. Now let's talk about Dak Prescott. Look, I've defended Dak a lot this season. The offensive line hasn't been giving him much protection, the run game is inconsistent, and our play calls are predictable, to say the least. But, at the end of the day, Dak is the leader, and he needs to play like one. You're the highest paid player on the team, you've got to elevate the guys around you. Right now, Dak is struggling to find his groove, and without any mobility in the pocket, defenses know exactly what to expect. Dak's performance aside, we can't overlook the play-calling issues. It's like watching the same show every week, simple plays, barely any motion, and little creativity. You look at top teams in the league, and they're doing jet sweeps, getting their receivers moving, creating space and openings. But here, it feels static. Why isn't our offense moving more? Why aren't we putting our fastest guys in a position to succeed? Cowboys fans are left watching an offense that's predictable and, let's be honest, a bit stale. For example, when you look at other teams with similar talent, like the 49ers, they're using every player to their full potential. Yesterday, we saw the 49ers tight end breaking tackles, running all over the field, picking up extra yards. Meanwhile, Jake Ferguson, who's great with his hands and consistent, isn't really getting those opportunities for big plays. He's a solid target but doesn't have that game-changing impact you see from someone like George Kittle. Let's take a poll. Do you think the Cowboys need to upgrade their play calling to bring out the best in guys like Ferguson? Yes or no? Go ahead and vote in the comments below. And here's another thing. The Cowboys have been outscored 61-19 in the 3rd quarter this season. That's not just bad luck, that's a sign of something bigger. Other teams are making adjustments at halftime, coming out strong, and taking control of the game. But us? We're sticking to the same plan, hoping it works. This falls directly on the coaching staff, and most of all, on Mike McCarthy. A team shouldn't get outcoached week after week. We've got the talent to compete, but the coaching isn't putting us in a position to win. So, here's another question for you. Do you think Coach McCarthy should be replaced, or does he deserve more time? Type replace or more time in the comments. So, it's no secret that fans are frustrated. Cowboys Nation is starting to feel like enough is enough with both McCarthy and even Jerry Jones in his general manager role. Jerry has come out and insisted that things are fine, but let's be real, things aren't fine. The Cowboys are sitting at 3-4, and it doesn't feel like a team on the path to a championship. Fans are tired of the empty promises and are ready for real change. The biggest question is, will Jerry Jones actually make any changes? It's a hard call, especially since Jerry is pretty firm on keeping things the way they are, but he can't ignore the noise forever. Fans are calling for a new direction, and if the Cowboys keep losing, Jerry might not have a choice but to rethink things. Looking at where the Cowboys are headed, it's clear we need to make some serious adjustments. We've seen games this season where it felt like the team just rolled over in the third quarter, letting opportunities slip away. There's no doubt we've got talented players like Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, and Jake Ferguson, but without smart coaching and better strategies, we're not going to get far. Alright, Cowboys fans, let's take a moment to really think about this. What would it take for the Cowboys to shake things up and get back to winning? Right now, it's all about finding that spark, something to bring energy and urgency to this team. Looking at our upcoming matchups, the schedule isn't getting any easier. We've got tough opponents lined up, and if we keep approaching games the same way, those losses could keep stacking up. But here's the thing, the Cowboys aren't out of the playoff picture yet. We've seen turnarounds happen mid-season, and sometimes all it takes is one game, one play, or one change in mindset. For the Cowboys, that might mean a real shift in game planning or even a change in leadership. And what about you, Cowboys Nation? Do you think we're still playoff bound? Or should we focus on making serious adjustments for next season? Drop your thoughts below. At the end of the day, every Cowboys fan wants to see this team back in Super Bowl contention. We've got the talent to be there, but talent alone isn't enough. It takes discipline, strategy, and leadership to bring it all together. McCarthy's future may be uncertain, and Jerry Jones has a big decision ahead of him. Does he keep betting on McCarthy's plan, or does he make the tough call for the sake of winning? This team has shown flashes of brilliance, and we know what they're capable of when everything clicks. The question is, can they do it consistently? We'll be right here, keeping you up to date on every development, and trust me, if there's a big change on the horizon, you'll hear about it first here on Cowboys News TV. Alright, Cowboys Nation, thanks for tuning in to this deep dive into all things Cowboys. We love hearing from you and seeing your passion, even when things get tough. If you're here for the long haul and want to be part of this journey, hit that subscribe button and join the conversation. Let's keep our eyes on the prize and stay hopeful because, as Cowboys fans, we know one thing for sure, when it all comes together, it'll be worth every single up and down. So, don't go anywhere. Make sure you're subscribed, hit that bell, and stay tuned because there's always more coming. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Cowboys! We'll see you next time on Cowboys News TV.